Hello everyone, Jessica here. Today I'm playing along with Paper Issues Recipe Challenge. This one is Cassie's recipe, which features a white cardstock background and lots of other goodies like her signature paper strips. So I am actually lifting one of her layouts. So I'm using this pregnancy photo from when I was pregnant with my baby girl. And I really felt good at this point. I felt healthy and my body felt pretty good. I was sick all the time, but I felt good. So that's the photo that I'm using today, and I am just cutting down a bunch of strips out of paper, scraps, and sheets of paper by the Bella Boulevard Our Love Song collection. So I'm going to stick with mainly blues, but I'm going to throw in just little pops of pink. I know Cassie likes a lot of bold color on her layouts, but that's not my typical style. So I typically scrap in blues and greens and more boy themed, so it's really fun to get to throw in some pink once in a while. So I'm just cutting down my paper strips here, and I am cutting off the edges just by folding them and making the corners meet, and then just trimming off that tip to make those little arrow pieces. And I'm just going to continue that with all of these little trim pieces here, and then I'll grab a border punch and do some border strips and just kind of build this layout. So Cassie's layouts are pretty bold and usually have some black splatters. I will go ahead and throw in some black splatters on this layout as well with some Heidi Swap black color shine, which is one of my absolute favorites. So here I'm just border punching a little strip. I'm going to add a couple of those in there. I don't have an actual punch like Cassie's. I can't think of what the name of that border punch that she used is, or what that pattern is at the moment off the top of my head, but I don't have one that looks like that, so I just use what I have. So here I'm just tucking in another black strip. I really do love layouts that have a lot of black on them, so I'm gonna have to do that more, but I love how Cassie always incorporates black on her layouts, and they always just look so cute. So I am just building a couple more strips here, just staggering them. I'm not making sure that they're super straight because I don't want them super straight. I want them staggered and kind of wonky and just kind of mishmashed and thrown on there. So I'm just using a little tape runner here by Thermoweb to adhere these. I think during this video I actually run out, but it's easy to refill it, but I didn't feel like doing it at the time, so I just grabbed some easy tear tape to adhere my photo down whenever I ran out. But I'm just putting a little strip on the back and attaching these down to my paper. My cardstock that I'm using today is just some textured cardstock, textured white by Colorblock. It's actually my favorite textured white cardstock right now. I had trouble finding it before because I used to use a Basil brand, but I can't find textured in Basil anymore in the white, so this is what I went to, and it seems to be working out good for me. So I'm just trimming these down and placing them on here along with the little bits that I'm going to add. I'm just going to pull out my die cutting machine here, my Big Shot beside me, and go ahead and cut out some circles like on Cassie's layout that I'm lifting, and then I'm going to cut out some of these little border reinforcement punches just to add to my layout as well. I love adding these. I have been adding those to quite a few of my layouts lately, and I noticed that Cassie uses them as well on hers. But I like to crinkle mine up and then just glue down a couple of the edges and kind of leave them crinkled. Oh, I forgot to glue down that strip. So just placing these little circles around my layout like she had on hers. But I'm going to go ahead and add my splatters on here right now. That way I have a nice base and I don't have to mess anything up, and I can just put everything right on top of this. So I went ahead and splattered this. I love how Cassie does her bigger splatters. They just look so good and they look splattered. Mine usually turn out really round. So I did grab my little blowing tool for alcohol inks, and I tried to kind of smush them around a little bit, which I think you'll see in a second. I think I left it in this video right here. So I'm trying to smush them around a little bit, but it just made them messy. It didn't look very good. So I left them like that because I still like them, but I don't know how Cassie gets hers to look so splotchy, I guess. Hers are just so perfectly splattered and beautiful, and I just love them, but I don't know how she does it. But that's how I did mine. So you can copy what I do or not. It's up to you. But I put my title on there with some Bella Florence alphas, which is also in her recipe challenge to use some alphas. And then I'm just pulling out some little bits from this Our Love Song collection to see what else I can add to this. I tucked in that cute little tape on the left because it's kind of like, I will love this baby forever, no matter what it is, if it's a boy or a girl. I did not know at the time what I was having, but I was having a girl, but little did I know there was a girl inside my belly, because I really thought I was having another boy. After 2 boys, and statistics being very high that if you have 2 of the same sex, you were going to have another of the same, I really was convinced that I was having another boy. But it came out a girl, and she's wonderful and lovely, and you all have seen pictures of her and watched her grow on my channel. So she's now a year old and just totally thriving. So I'm sure she'll be walking very soon. Just tucking in a little label from my stash there, and some of these cute little wordy bit stickers from Pretty Little Studio. I was going to say something else, but that's Pretty Little Studio, little wordy bits. And then I'm just going to finish off my circles, glue everything down. I'll add some sequins on here and some enamel dots. So here is my finished layout. I just love how this one turned out, and I just love all that beautiful color and those pops of black. So thank you, Cassie, for inspiring all of us, and if you guys want to play along with this challenge, you can in the Paper Issues group on Facebook. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.